Come on in.
Frustrated cause I won't engage. I expose slaves, they ain't fucking with the culture wave. Till I'm holding great potent on the vocal aid. In the streets or internet like a open J. Young king playing the part I'm supposed to play. Sapiosexual vibration, I poke your bay. She at your neck like he ain't got the answer sway. J got a colorful aura like anime. I'm in bed with success, cozier than cold winters. They got a massive team, but nobody know business. I go with hits like a ho-ho, go with Christmas. Had to pause for the bros who missed it. Your boy flow wicked and so liquid. I speak life, build my own bridges. My goal glisten, only cause I'm so gifted. I'm saying, I mean, hear what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it. Whoa. Change in the multiverse. Came up off the stoop in that same hat, only shirt. How you calling that a queen if she only twerk? You on your own with that, son. Lonely birth, move authentic, views all tinted. We know that eye candy in them 2 doors rented. I ain't out of pocket, I've been cool for a minute. May you dig your own grave and you dudes fall in it. Official moves, like them dudes wearing red and blues. Get the clue, it's what you really better do. Nothing but my hips are new in the vestibule. Anyone else step into need a pedestal. Pen to the paper lines, hiding in an iron felt. Divine for the monolines with the higher self. Pen to the paper lines, hiding in an iron felt. Divine for the monolines with the higher self. Say, I mean, hear what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it. Whoa. You don't say, I mean, hear what I'm saying, I mean, got something with it. Whoa.
Waiting for that new. Hey, how are y'all doing this evening? This is AMPspirationTTV, and I am your host, the Plump Queen. Well, it is Wednesday, Woden's Day, the middle of the week, but of course, I appreciate all of you giving me all of your time and your energy. Well, today we are going to be talking about karma. Karma is something that we all have to deal with, actually daily, and whether you know it or not. But I feel like as a people, period, black, white, blue, or green, we have a very bad misconception on what karma truly is. So before we get into that, make sure y'all hit that share button. Share, because we have to make inspiration go viral. I don't know who this is, but they really want to get to me, but I'm going to holler at her later because I got to inspire y'all. Yes, so hit that share button. So, misconceptions of karma. Every time you talk about or you hear the word karma, you automatically think something negative. You automatically assume that God, the universe, whatever you subscribe to, something is coming to get you. You did something wrong, you put a certain type of energy out in the universe, and it's time to pay the piper. That's what we think about when we think about karma. The fact of the matter is, karma goes both ways. Now, I made a post about this a few days ago, and then a gentleman that I know had posted his own perspective on karma. So this is why I felt like we needed to talk about this, because I feel like, the way you think is, how you govern your life. So when you feel a certain way about something, it's, that pretty much molds, how you behave. So if you always think about karma in a negative way, that's all you're going to use. Almost like you're going to be looking over your shoulder all the time, instead of truly understanding what it is. And now you can make better decisions, and you don't even have to stress yourself out. Okay, because karma goes both ways, guys. It's not just a negative thing. It's both positive and negatives. Honestly, karma is what you make it. I tell you all this time, the energy that you put out is the energy that you get back. Period. Doesn't matter who you are, who you pray to, what you subscribe to on your life path. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. So if you are doing good deeds, if you have good thoughts, if you know what I'm saying, if you are a positive person, you know what I'm saying, if you help people, all of those things are going to come back to you. When you need help, you're going to get help. You know what I'm saying? If you support people, you're going to get support. If you're thinking positive, you're going to manifest positive things. That's law. You know what I'm saying? But what we misconstrued is, you know what I'm saying, karma, you know what I'm saying, with our life lessons. There are two different things. You're going to go through those storms. You're going to have those monkey wrenches. No one is exempt of that. But that does not mean that that is your karma. Okay? I will use myself as an example, and that's pretty much what I told the gentleman when I commented on his post. Because in his mind, he felt like you can't have faith, because, you know, he's a Christian. You can't have faith and then also believe in karma. He said you have to have both. And I gave an example of myself, me losing my arm. I lost my arm at 22 years old. Now, I'm not perfect, and I've definitely done, you know, wrong things in my life, but I have done nothing, not now or then, you know what I'm saying, to merit losing my arm, you know what I'm saying, as karma. I didn't chop nobody's arm off. I didn't hurt nobody in a car accident. I've never wished that on any. I've never had those thoughts in my mind for someone to be an amputee. I've none of that. So even I asked myself this at the beginning. Why? We always do that. Why? Why do things happen to us? Why is this happening to me? And again, like I said, I hadn't done anything that bad to merit that type of response. So I had to think outside of the box. Well, what is this then? If this is not karma, then what it is? What it was is my life lesson. It's what I say, you know what I'm saying, it was a transformation of me. I probably would have chose another way for the universe to show me who I am, but I don't get to choose that. The universe decided that losing my arm was the thing, you know what I'm saying, that needed to happen to me, you know what I mean, for me to get to where I need to go. And that's how I took it. Again, your thoughts, what a person thinks is who they become, you know what I'm saying, what they manifest. So in my mind, I took this, you know what I'm saying, as my opportunity. This is my second chance at life, for one, you know what I'm saying, because I could have died. As a matter of fact, the way the accident happened, I should have died. I should have bled out. My arm was completely off by the time the paramedics and whomever came to get me, you know what I'm saying, was there. I should have died, but I didn't. So therefore, I'm here for a reason. And this opportunity gave me to find that out. I learned out who I was. I learned just how strong I am. I know you guys think I'm strong and all that, but there was a time that I didn't think that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very emotional. And sometimes I take my emotions as a weakness. That wasn't the case. Because when it came down to me to be a G, I was. I think I cried maybe once over this whole situation at the beginning. Once. Because at the end of the day, I was so focused on being alive and trying to figure out why, you know what I'm saying, am I still here? There were several people that were in accidents that did not make it. There were several people that were my same age when that same year did not make their particular accident or situation. So why me? What am I here for? And because I thought about that and that's what I had in my mind, this is how I manifested what I got going on now. That's how AMPspirationTTV was born. That's how this, you know, this being that you see before you, you know what I'm saying, was created. I had to lose that in order to become this. I needed to understand, you know, how I relate to people. I'm the type of person, once I love you, once all I gotta do is be cool with you in some type of capacity. We're automatic friends. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn a lesson about you can't feel that way about everybody. Not everybody is supposed to stay in your life. That doesn't have to be a good or a bad thing. It just is. I always had it in my mind that I want to take everybody with me. Everybody that I come across needs to come with me. That's not reality. Not everybody can come with me. Not everybody is supposed to be on my life path. I had to learn that, and I learned that losing my arm, because there were people that I assumed were supposed to do certain things or treat me a certain way or feel a certain way about me now that I'm in this situation, and that wasn't the case. I had to learn true independence. Because again, like I said, you assume that, I lost my arm, so everybody's going to be helpful. Everybody is going to be supportive. No, absolutely not. There was an era of years where I was by myself. There are even times now when I feel I'm by myself. I don't take that personally now. I used to, but now I don't. That's a lesson that I had to learn in order to get where I need to go, because what my life path is and my purpose, there's going to be plenty of people that's going to leave me, and I can't take that personally. I can't take all that energy in. I have to let let what be. I had to understand that. But still, before I got to my greatness, people don't understand, the storms that you go through and the things, that happen to you are preparations. Just think about, how you would handle certain situations now because of an event that happened to you, versus how you thought without nothing happening to you. It changes your perspective on things. Makes you do, make you make different choices. So that's what I took, from my accident. This was a lesson, not my karma. Okay? Again, the energy I put out is the energy I get back. This is why, my accident happened the way that it did. Yes, I lost my arm, and yes, it was gone before I even woke up, but that's the thing. I wasn't awake for that. See, there's my karma right there. Something bad happened to me, but it happened to me in the best way possible. That was my karma. I know several people that were in car accidents and lost their arms, and they were awake for the whole ordeal. I don't know what that feels like. I don't have that experience. My body experienced losing an arm. My mind did not. I did not see anything. I did not hear or feel anything. I just woke up and somebody else had to tell me that my arm was gone. That's how my situation happened. And from what I have heard from other people and their experiences, I'm grateful for that. Because I don't know if I would be this person and I deal with that. Had I had the, thoughts in my mind, PTSD as they call it. I don't know if I would be this positive, if I would be able, to give my time and my energy and wanting to care and to help other people. I don't know if I would have felt that way had it went down like that for me. So this is why I have great gratitude and respect for other people and their situations. I tell you all the time, like, I know I've been through some shit, but yeah, life's been pretty good. My storms and my monkey wrenchings, they've been kind of mediocre. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm telling you. I know losing my arm is a major thing. I don't want y'all to think that I'm downplaying that, because I'm not. But I promise you, I have seen worse. As a matter of fact, there's a gentleman, amputee, who sent me inboxed me yesterday. This man lost both his arms and both of his legs, and it looked like he was in a fire. Looked like someone burnt his limbs off his body. That should look hella crazy to me. And he's obviously on point, because he was able to inbox me and send me a picture of himself. So I'm going to assume he's not in that position anymore, that he's healed and he's better. That's some amazing shit right there. I don't know what his nationality is. I think he's from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. But it looked like his body looked like all his limbs were melted away, melted off. That's what it looked like. I don't know what that feels like. I don't look like that. Little Ma's pretty attractive. I take pictures with her all the time. Yes, I have scars and, you know what I'm saying, and keloids and things of that nature that are part of my body because they had to sew me up and stuff. But I definitely walk around in shorts. I definitely wear bathing suits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what that's like. So see, that was my good karma. I'm not perfect. But my whole life, I've absolutely been, you know what I'm saying, mother love and always wanting to do the right thing and, caring about people. That's always been my personality. So even though I needed this lesson, the universe made sure, you know what I'm saying, that it happened to me in the best way possible. That's the difference. Then you think about of course, there is the other side. There are definitely people. Think about the people in your life. Think about the elders in your life. Hate to call them out, but just think about the elders in your life, and they've lived these long lives and they've done whatever they want to do, and then when they get older, you know what I'm saying, nobody's around them. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty much lonely and by themselves because they decided in their youth to live a certain way and ignore certain people and do what it is that they want to do despite others. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a good example of that. I used to watch Law & Order SVU religiously, and Stabler happened to be my favorite character. And his storyline is pretty much his mom was, I believe she was bipolar, I believe. And because she was bipolar, she didn't want to take medication for it. She didn't like how it made her feel. But, you know what I'm saying, she didn't know how to control herself in certain areas. She actually almost killed him in several situations as a child because she was going on one of her episodes. Now, she chose to live her life the way she wanted. She had her granddaughter has bipolar as well, which was Stabler's daughter, and she was going through some things, and she was trying to express to her granddaughter, like, listen, you and I got the same situation going on, and I lived my life the way that I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But because she did that, she did not have her family. Stabler went off, you know what I'm saying, got married, whatever, but he hadn't seen his mom in years because of her actions. That was her karma. She chose to live her life the way she wanted to. She chose, you know what I'm saying, to not do certain things, and whether it be taking medication or whatever it was, to keep herself stable so she could be around her family and, you know what I'm saying, and be what they needed her to be. She didn't want to do that. Her choice. So she has to live now in her old age, you know what I'm saying, as far as the episode go, she has to live with the fact that her son, you know what I'm saying, kind of disowned her and didn't really want to be around her because, you know what I'm saying, of the experience he had. I'm going to even get a little personal with you. My grandmother is a perfect example of this. My grandmother had 7 children. She loved them dearly. But my grandfather was abusive, and she decided to leave that abusive relationship, but leave her children with him. My grandfather was abusive in a lot of ways, physically, emotionally, mentally, and sexually, to my mom and my aunts. And my grandmother left them, you know what I'm saying, in that situation. And don't get me wrong, I personally feel if my grandma had stayed, she probably wouldn't have lived as long as she did. But her mistake was leaving her kids in that situation. She chose to preserve herself and not her children. Her choice. And because of that, at the end of her days, she only had 1 of her 7 children to be there, to take care of her, see about her the way that she felt that they should. That bothered her all the way up into her death. That still affects my aunts to this day. But the energy you put out is the energy you get back. You left your children in an abusive home that changed their lives forever. My aunts and them are very traumatized in a lot of ways. So this is why, you know what I'm saying, they reacted the way they did. This is why they didn't go out of their way to be there for their mom, because in their minds, she wasn't there for them. And no matter how you spin that, they're right. So this is why I tell people all the time, you know what I'm saying, you have to think about the things that you do, because that's your karma. What you put out in the universe is what you're going to get back. It doesn't matter the type of person you are. My grandmother was a good woman. She was not a bad woman at all. She was God-fearing, you know what I'm saying? She absolutely tried to do the right thing. She was very helpful. Sweet woman. But she made some choices. She put out a certain energy. And it came back. She did not leave this world the way she wanted to. She left this world with a lot of regrets. And this is why I implore all of you, you know what I'm saying, watching, you know what I'm saying, to think about these things. Especially teach this to your children. Because it's like when we young and dumb, we don't think about how we're gonna feel when we're old. We don't think about that. You just think about, you know what I'm saying, your goals in life and what you want to accomplish and all of that jazz. But you're not thinking about when all that is done, when you're chill, you know what I'm saying, and you don't have to work. And you don't have to worry about those things when all you're doing is just living your life and being an elder. How does that look? Karma. So we need to start thinking about this, guys. Karma goes both ways. So what are your habits? What are you putting out in the universe? Start thinking about that. What type of energy are you putting out? What type of impression are you making on the world? That's what's going to come back to you. And if you understand this, then you'll know the difference between your karma and your lessons. Because again, you can't fight those storms. You got to be the water buffalo. You got to go through that shit. You got to run through it. It builds character. Think about we talk about like little rich kids, whether they be white or black. You know what I'm saying? Their parents went through a struggle. Most of their parents came from nothing. And they bust their ass and struggled and hustled, you know what I'm saying, to become this rich individual so their children won't have, you know what I'm saying, to deal with the things they deal with. But because those children don't deal with anything, they've never seen a struggle, that's why they're spoiled. This is why they don't understand, you know what I'm saying, fundamentals. This is why they're able to, you know what I'm saying, you give them all of this stuff and then they'll just swindle all your whole empire away in a split second because they have no reference, you know what I'm saying, of what it is to not have money. They don't know, you know what I'm saying, how important it is to manage that right. They don't understand that if you don't manage this right, you can be broke. You can lose money. Money is just paper. But because they haven't gone through those struggles, because they haven't had those type of lessons, they don't understand that. So this is that. So again, this is why you have to have these lessons. They build your character. They teach you about life. Life is hard. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to maneuver through it. It can be extremely hard. But when you understand certain things, when you've been like, when I get some bread, because I'm definitely gonna be, I have a conglomerate, you know what I'm saying, to build. I have too many ideas. I know too many people. I'm going to have several successful businesses. You know what I'm saying, that I have in the works, and it's definitely gonna pop off. But because I know what it is not to have, that shit gonna go smoothly once I get there. I'm not gonna be wasteful when I do have money. You know how people win the lottery and then lose it all in a year? Hell no. That'll never happen to me. Because I know what it feels like. I know what it is not to have. So I'm going to invest that and I'm going to spend wisely. I'm not about to just overly buy dumb shit just because I can. Because that's what most people do. You buy dumb shit. Materialistic things that have no true value. That won't be me. My money will be invested. Sovereignty is my ultimate goal. All I need is some land, learn how to grow my own food, give me some solar energy popping. I'm Gucci. I like to spend that money on helping, helping my people. Something of value. Because I can't take that money with me when I transcend. Can't take, diamond earrings and all of that. You can't take that stuff with you. And if you look at our ancestors, you see what happens when you store all of that. You got folks coming in trying to grave rob and take your shit. And you can't do nothing about it. Because you dead. So we have to understand. We have to change how we think, about this, guys. Karma goes both ways. Know the difference between lessons and karma. Always keep in mind. And here's another thing. Karma, good or bad. If you overstand it and you accept it, then it is what it is. Like, for instance, if you know somebody need to get checked, but you know if you check this person, there's going to be some consequences there. Maybe you might not have your business might be severed, or, you may lose a friend or something like that. It happens. Just know, or, be man or woman enough to deal with those results. You can bark on anybody you want to. You can say and do whatever you want to. Just understand that there are repercussions to that, whether they be good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning that, about some of the topics that I talk about. Because again, I love everybody. I have friends and loved ones in every type of life path you can think of. There's somebody that love me and I love them back. So sometimes when I'm talking about certain truths, I don't want to offend anybody, especially somebody that I care about. But the truth is the truth. And it is my purpose, in my life path to teach that. So whether that, what's the word I'm looking for, offends, some of them and all, the truth is the truth. And I have to understand something else that I had to learn, with losing my arm and having this platform. I have to understand that, again, not everybody is going to come with me. If a person decides not to be cool with me or not be in my orbit anymore because of something truthful that I said, then that person wasn't supposed to be my friend or be in my cipher any longer. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person. Doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. It just means that we do not serve each other's purpose. We do not belong. We're not on the same frequency. And that's okay. We think about everything about a good or bad thing. Things are just is. Even when you're taking the law into your own hands. I know that's not something that you want to tell somebody to do, but I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm a non-violent individual. I can count on my one hand how many physical fights that I've had. But if you try me, especially now, I'm a woman with one arm. I live by myself. You try me, I'm going to make sure that you don't try me again. If I had children, I see some of these stories and, kids being murdered and raped and kidnapped and, this person did that to that person. And I'll be in whole jail if somebody did anything to my child. I will not be waiting for, them to go to jail or anything like that. You're done. Fuck with my kids. I ain't even got none yet. But I know for a fact, I know myself. You do anything to my children, that's a wrap for you. I understand what the consequences may be to that. So if I make that decision, I'm going to accept those consequences. It's really that simple. Because there is a chance that I'm going to go to jail. There is a chance that that person might retaliate, and get at me. Those are possibilities. But those are possibilities that I'm willing to live with for my kids. Take a responsibility. Take an accountability for the shit that you do. This is why I don't do things that, that I'm not willing, to bear the consequences of. Karma. Good and bad. Both ways. So think about that, guys. Definitely think about that. In your daily decisions that you make, how you deal with your children, how you deal with other people. Think about that. It's not so much you thinking about other people. Again, like Christians say, you know, God sees everything. Well, guess what? Yes, the universe, the stuff that you put out there, the universe is recording it. And it ain't going to forget. And it's going to come back. And the way the universe is set up, I'm not going to jail. I know that's right, Almara. And I know you understand. All your beautiful babies you got. I understand. Man, listen. I see and hear so many things, and you just don't know. You just don't. I'm the nicest person in the world, I promise you. But I will go dog turkey ham for the people that I love. Promise you. So that's all I got, guys. Karma. It goes both ways. You choose what type of karma you're going to get. Everything in your life is on your terms. You control your universe. Nobody else. Remember that. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all giving me y'all time and energy. I may not do a show on Friday because I will be in New York City for the most epic event in years. I'm going to be at the Wake Up Call from July 12th through the 14th. You need to be there. If you're going to be in the Hempstead, New York area, you need to be there. Get your tickets. You will not be able to buy tickets at the door. I will have the links in there. If anybody on this feed right now has links, definitely put those in the comments. If you are about, you know what I'm saying, this conscious life, if you are about our people, if you are about change, then this event is where you need to be. I'll keep saying this. I see this. This is my Million Man March opportunity. That's how I see this. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to go there. I was too young. Well, now I'm grown, and I get a chance to be the change that I want to see. You need to be there. July 12th through the 14th. July 12th, we're going to have a host of speakers, to name a few. Jamar Milton, Tazara Path, Brother Ben X, I believe it is his name. No, Pop Darby is his name. There you go. Rizza Islam. And there's another representative for the Moors. I'm not sure what his name is, so I'm not going to say it and fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But we are getting together, the black community, did all different life walk paths, all of our differences. We're putting that aside, and we're coming together, you know what I'm saying, for a common cause, which is us. You know what I'm saying? Our improvement, you know what I'm saying, and our unity. We have too many things in common to be worrying about why we're different, and this event is going to show you just how. Okay, so you absolutely need to be there. But if you can't be there for whatever reason, I got you. We got you. We have a live stream going on. We're going to put that information in there. You can live stream it. Go to Eventbrite and get your ticket. It's going to be dope. You need to be there. If you watch my show on a regular basis, I'm going to assume that you are about this life. So these are the places that you need to be. July 12th through the 14th. Be there, or you absolutely gonna be square. Word. I love y'all. I hope I see y'all there. Also, make sure that y'all keep supporting the Bridge Over Troubled Waters initiative to help Flint, Michigan with their water. I cannot stress enough that this can happen to you in your city, to your families, to your community. Do not pull a blind eye to this. Do not think that just because you don't live in Flint, Michigan, that does not affect you, because it does. If they can do it there, they can do it anywhere. And I'm telling you, these people are watching us, whether you know it or not. These folks are watching to see what we do and how we, you know what I'm saying, we respond to things of this nature. And so far, we have told them that we gives no fucks. That it's okay that a whole state does not have clean water. That's what we have been saying to, you know what I'm saying, to the people who are doing this. Because it's been longer than 5 years, and it makes absolutely no sense the type of money that we spend, the type of bread that is in this country, while we cannot help these people, why getting donations is such a hard thing. Y'all about to spend. That Little Mermaid movie is about to make mad money. All y'all asses is going to see that. Why don't you donate the money that you're going to see that to Flint, Michigan? All it takes is $3. $3. You can probably buy 4 of them tickets for that. So let's start being about what's important, guys. Help these people. Bridge over troubled waters. You text Flint to 41444. That is Flint to 41444. There's also this new challenge that they have going on. I'm going to get some information about that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to get Ramin back on here so he can tell y'all about that and how you can participate, because they're coming up with a lot of creative ways, you know what I'm saying, for us to get, you know what I'm saying, to get these folks some help. So I'm going to talk to him about that, and I'll probably get him on here next week when I come back from New York. Okay, because we got to do something, and we have to keep pushing this. You cannot let this go by the wayside. Okay, so if you about this life and you trying to invoke change in our community, you need to be in Hempstead, New York at the wake up call. Be the change you want to see. If you want to help with the Flint, Michigan initiative, you need to text Flint to 41444. Let's be about something, guys. Let's spend our money on some real shit. Let's do something. This is our lives. This is the karma that you're going to get back. What you put out in the world is what you're gonna get back. So go out there and get you some good karma. Alright? I love y'all. Y'all be inspired. Peace.